Okay. Did it? Okay, so while this is booting up, we could kind of just talk about this exploit. So if you take a look at that Python code, in there you'll see that somewhere, I don't remember the exact line. Obviously, I didn't memorize the exploit code, but where you're sending a request to whichever website that you're specifying, whichever IP that you're specifying, and you're sending a special header, and I want to say it's the user agent, or it's either user agent or content type, one or two, something like that. And then the value for that header is like a bracket and parentheses or something, just some weird looking code or something. And so what we're going to do is, instead of using that Python code to send that command, we're just going to use the command line and send that special code that causes this, to, is this thing? I don't know if this is gonna work. This VM seems to have just faded to black. Oh wait, maybe. All right, let's hope it's not awfully slow. Okay. So far, so good. Well, let's go to exploit DB and let's search for Shell Shock. Let's click verified. And okay, so here's the Python exploit, and where is our headers? Here we go. Here's the payload, right? Little name payload. And you see it's these parentheses, curly braces, colon, semicolon. So it's like some kind of anonymous bash function or something of some sort. And then after this exploits the vulnerability, then they're executing bin bash dash C, and then they're doing this bin bash dash I. And so this, if you go to, so I know Matt has shown you test monkey reverse shell cheat sheet. And if you go here, you'll see that there's a way that you can do a reverse shell using bash, right? And you see it's like bash dash I, redirect to something, dev TCP, the IP address, and the port, right? And then some more bash things. And if you look here, this is the exact reverse shell that he's using here, or that this person is using here. So we're just gonna try and do this manually. I just want to see what header was used to send this. Oh, headers cookie. So they sent that payload as a cookie. I thought it was like content type or user agent. Maybe it even doesn't matter. Maybe it's just any header, any header. So let's go ahead and let's try it. So if we're on the command line and we want to interact with HTTP, which tool are we using? Everybody got these cameras off. We're going to use curl. For the command line, we want to interact with HTTP, we're going to just use curl. So curl alpha, so let's do curl -h, and let's provide this header of cookie. And actually, before we do that, let's do this. And here we'll just my listener on port. Well, first let's see what's listening. We have anything listening already? So we have some stuff with the web browser, but okay. Okay, so my FTP server is running and Postgres is running. Okay, cool. Here, now we'll do our curl -h cookie. What was it? Just copy all of this. Paste clipboard. And let me connect. Okay. 2.168.119.145 slash. Let's listen and be LP on 5050. So that's my IP, my port, and then we need the rest of this. And paste this in, paste clipboard. We're going to HTTP alpha slash, what was the alpha slash CGI bin? Admin.cgi? Yep, this is what we want. That. I think that's all we need. Let's try to see. Yep. And there we go. So that came back, that returned. But if I go down here, I got a connection. User lib CGI bin. Who am I? www data, pwd, name, alpha, and then can do the same attack vector that we did, or the same steps we did before when we got access to the box. From here, it's the same. But essentially, see, well, all we did was we took a look at this code and we read the code and we understood that essentially this payload, this string here, right, which is concatenated with our host and our port, which is this part here. I wouldn't expect you to kind of understand what this is just yet, but like this is this will become more useful, and you'll kind of recognize it when you'll see it, that this is a reverse shell. Like there are a couple of reverse shells on here that on this reverse shell cheat sheet that you'll get familiar with, just because you'll be trying them to use them, and they'll be working for you as well. So you get used to seeing them. And this is just executing this command as part of this request, which was your header with that payload. Well, they actually sent it with cookie or referrer. They tried it with both. So I guess those are the two that work well. I thought it was user agent or something like that. Regardless, any questions on what we just did or how we okay. Any questions in general? Anything besides the homework that we would like to review in these last 10 or so minutes, 10 odd minutes? All right, okay then. So then if there's no questions, you get 10 minutes of your morning back until come back at 10. Matt, you want to get started at 10 or?
Yeah, 10 is good. Pretty hyped.
All right, so you get 10 minutes back, come back at 10. See you then.